Okay, here's the video regarding the timeline. I know we went over it last week on Friday. It was up last week on Friday, actually before last week on Friday, for you to print out and get started, right? There's two parts to it. Part number one, before I get to this, and it says it down here, what you need to do. It says, oh, here it is. Atomic history reading. Atomic history worksheet, answer and submit as part of the grade. So part of your grade is coming from, here's the reading. Again, if you don't want to print it out, don't print it out. Okay. But the reading is pretty much, it's just a little bit more detailed information than what's in our notes. Okay. A little bit more detailed information. But other than that, it's the same 6 scientists that we have in our notes. Now, here is the questions, and you probably could answer most of the questions just from our notes. And the videos from the notes are absolutely up. They've been up since last week, right? Also, you did the notes regarding the video notes already. That was already up too last week. So you had the notes, the video notes, as well as the reading to help you answer those questions, okay? So that's part of your grade here. Again, it's due, yes, on the 16th, which is going to be this Friday, okay, by 1 p.m. If you turn it in late, meaning that you have to email it to me, but Miss Munson, I started to submit it at 12:45 or 12:50, and all of a sudden it just wouldn't let me submit anymore. It was closed down or shut down or something. Well, again, that's sorry. You need to get it in before. So please don't wait to the last minute. If it has to get emailed to me, minus 30 points. This is counting as a test grade, okay? Now, the timeline. You're going to use all 6 of the scientists that are in your reading or in our notes, okay? All 6 of them. Now, if you want to include, you can include a max of 2 more scientists, because those 6 that we have in our notes are not the only 6. There's more than that who have contributed to the atom model, okay? Again, why does the model continue to change? It continues to change because of the newer and new technology that we have. And because of the new technology, we're able to learn and discover more and more. Okay, so we did that atomic reading worksheet to go along with it. Now, the flow chart. You do not need to submit this regarding your grade. It's here to help you, and you are to complete your timeline, but it must include this flow chart. So I'm going to start on this side. Here it is. So on the flow chart, I thought it was helpful to print out. If you don't want to print it out, don't print it out, because it's not part of your grade. But you are going to have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has the 6 scientists' name. Now, under the first scientist, you need to put hypothesize that blah, 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 and write all of this, the information in here. Was he right or wrong? He was correct or he was incorrect, right? Again, why? Probably because of technology. They tried their best at the time. The next scientist theorized 5 things. You need to name the 5 things that he theorized. They are in our notes. They are in the reading. It is part of the video notes as well. Was he right or wrong? So answer this question too. Again, the third scientist, his experiment was called Talk about it, explain it, and prove that. What did his experiment prove? It proved, give me the information here. Was he right or wrong? Okay. Now, also including the third scientist, he had a model that the atom called what was his model called? And describe the atom as, how did he describe that atom was? And looked like. What did it look like? Give me a picture, give me a drawing, give me some words, okay? So you are to include this into your timeline, but you could include more, and you actually need to include more. So it says here, here's what you need to include for all 6 scientists, besides what this shows you here. The scientist's name, okay, the year on the timeline, from birth to death. Again, some of them are just kind of generic years because they don't have exact years. Some of them were very long ago. Name of their model or theory that they had came up with. Must be colorful diagrams of the model and include a minimum of 2 other pictures with each scientist and be colorful too. Again, I'm not expecting it to be colorful printer. No, I mean, just regular picture. If you drew the model out with your map pencils, that's perfect enough. Okay. The next one, a brief description of the model. So give me what the model is. What does it look like? Why does it look like that? What were they thinking? Brief explanation of experiments leading to this discovery. Did they come up with this just out of their head? Did they stop and think about other experiments, past experiments, and something else came to them? 2 interesting facts about them. So maybe something about their childhood, maybe something regarding their life, who they were married to, maybe they had so many children, maybe they lived in a certain part of the world, maybe they lived here in the US. Did they receive any Nobel Prizes? And if so, how many? And give the dates and what did they receive a Nobel Prize for? So did they receive Nobel Prizes? Okay, again, you can earn extra points here by adding 2 more scientists. And if you add 2 more scientists, they must also include all of this minimum. I know I showed you on Friday's class a couple of examples. So please don't use just these examples because all of these examples are missing some stuff in it. Here's one example. This person here had it, and it was kind of like a book. And they had the next scientist and their information, and then the third scientist, and they continued kind of like a book. So they taped it right here, and then they taped the edges of the paper over here so that way it was front and back, just to make it a little thicker because when they wrote with marker, it was bleeding through. So that's the reason why. Okay. Another student, I showed you this student on Friday. They had their timeline like this, and so you can see their timeline, and they had everything typed out. I'm not expecting it to be typed out. You're more than welcome just to go ahead and just write it. Okay, does not have to be typed out. Another person in the past, they had this. They had 2 pieces of construction paper that they taped down, and they had their timeline like this. Okay. Again, all of these timelines are missing some information, so don't take it to it exactly has to be like that. This person, they had taped their paper together, and they taped 3 pages of paper together, and here was their timeline, here was their pictures, and those pictures are completely great. Yes, they gave, I love that, pictures of the person, picture of the experiment as well. Okay, they made sure to answer the questions, as including was there Nobel Prizes, interesting facts, and they labeled that section and that area as well. That was nice and easy to read. Okay, Nobel Prizes, interesting facts. So that was really made it simple to read and make sure if they were getting their points. I'm expecting you to, when you take a picture, to submit it to make sure that if you need to take multiple pictures, okay, so that way it's up close and I can read it, then take multiple pictures of it and then submit it that way. Just tossing it out there. If there's any other questions, please let me know. You have till Friday and you have plenty of time to get this done. Okay, have a good day.